The towns of Kaskaskia and Cahokia in southern Illinois were started as French trading posts or missions. They were to be part of a string of French strongholds along the Mississippi and Illinois rivers. The French dream of an empire did not last. France was defeated in the French and Indian War with Great Britain, which took place from 1754 to 1763. France had to give up its North American possessions. In 1765, British troops raised the British flag over Illinois. Point to the picture of La Salle at the top of the page. La Salle failed in an attempt to return to the mouths of the Mississippi River and was murdered by members of his crew in 1687. Point to the fact box about life in French Illinois. Most French villages in Illinois grew up around Catholic missions. Religion was the center of village life. French priests taught the children of the village and led daily religious services. The French celebrated 27 religious holidays each year. Most of the villagers were named for saints. Each person celebrated his or her saint's feast day once a year instead of his or her own birthday. The French lived in houses made of logs stuck upright in the ground. The gaps between the logs were filled with a mixture of clay and grass. A wooden porch often extended all the way around the house. French villages included not only French people, but also Native Americans and African slaves. In 1720, the first African slaves were brought to Illinois to work on French farms. The French required slaveholders to educate their slaves and baptize them in the Catholic religion. Slaves lived in separate houses near their owner's house. Native Americans traded with French villagers and sometimes took religious lessons from French priests. French men outnumbered French women in Illinois. Some French men married Native American women. Children in the French villages were expected to grow up quickly. When a boy turned 12, he was considered old enough to carry a gun and defend the settlement. When a girl turned 12, she was considered old enough to marry.